Yeah, these days, people living abroad, they don't want to bring their relationship. You know, they don't want to bring their partners to Europe simply because a lot of them, by the time you bring them to Europe, being a man, being a woman, before you know it, the marriage, will just collapse like that. The marriage will not work anymore. You will see this woman that used to respect this man, she doesn't have any value for that man. When she was back in Africa, when this man is talking to her, she would listen. The little money he sends to her, you understand me? This woman will appreciate it and thank her very much. Also with the men. But immediately you bring them to Europe, what do you see? You see that woman that used to respect this man will no longer have value for that man. That man that used to respect this woman will no longer have values for this woman. Sometimes it is not the fault of the people you have met in Africa. It is in you. Take for example, a man, you're dating a girl in Africa. You make her believe you are the owner of that country that you're living, that you're living so comfortably. Meanwhile, you know that a normal Europe life is just normal. People who live with you in Europe will understand that it is normal. But this money you're sending to her, these things that you're buying for her, or this way you're taking care of her while she was in Africa, that is a lot for her. So by the time when she comes abroad to join you, she doesn't see life like that. She now sees where you're living. She's expecting that you're living in a mansion. You are not living in a mansion. She's expecting that you have a very decent job. You are just working in the fabric, in the factory. So what do you think? This woman will be kind of disappointed. But when you make this woman understand, it's all about communication. It's all about making someone to understand you, making that person to know who you really are, not to live a fake life. By telling her that this is me, accept me for who I am. Don't think I am the owner of the country that I'm living. I'm just normal. I'm just doing all these things. By the time you start to give that woman that orientation, by the time you bring her abroad, she will not be surprised. But when you start to tell her you are the best, you are the one that that you live expensively, you live a very luxury life, and she comes to meet you in Europe, how do you want her to feel? If you were in her shoes, how would you feel? She will get disappointed. Further that is care job that you're doing, further that is fabric job you're doing, you're just doing a normal job. She will say it very funny. She will say it very funny. So I advise men, whenever you have any relationship, or women, whosoever, in Africa, because they don't understand the system, you have decided to go and bring somebody who is not used to the system. So begin to put that thing in her. Make her to understand this money that you're sending to her. It's not as if you have it too much. You're just a normal person, just like a normal worker in Africa. But you are only supporting her so that she does not feel that you are the richest person in that country. This is usually the problem. The reason why when you bring a woman from Africa to Europe, to abroad, they don't value you anymore. Because everything she has in her head is so big. She has this, big thing in her head that, oh, my man is a rich guy, he's living well because of that money that you're sending to her. Because of that thing that you're doing for her. But if you start to give her that orientation before you bring her in, start to see how she feels, how she understands you will not have problem anymore. I always tell men in Europe, abroad, it is better for you to look for anyone around you that understands the situation, that understands that I have to support this man. He is not going to be, he's not going to be doing everything all alone. than going back there to get somebody who does not understand the system. If you bring a woman from Africa, you tell her we have to support the house together. We have to do a joint thing together. She does not understand. Most of them, what they do is they begin to call their parents and tell their parents that the man is using her. That whatever she's working, the man takes it from her. But because they don't understand the system. So if you find somebody around where you live, I think it is the best thing to do. Because a lot of people, they have called me. They have told me they've had this kind of experiences. What do they do? My only advice is that if you can find somebody around where you live, it is better for you than bringing somebody who does not understand the system. So thank you very much for watching this video. Please share, like, and comment, and follow my page if this is the first time you are coming across this page. Thank you very much.